Yeah, I got the game all in my hand. Ooh.
Hello, and you are now tuned in to the only universe mode that matters. I am Christian.
And I'm Jesse.
And here we are, the post-show of Clash at the Castle. Jesse, this was a Smackdown exclusive pay-per-view. If you guys have never seen a post-show before, we're going to break down what just happened. We're going to do it really quick because I got a Laker game in about 20 minutes. But we're going to do it real quick, just summing up what just happened and pretty much where we possibly can go from here. We know Cyber Sunday is on the horizon, Jesse, but we got to talk about what just happened. And let's kick it off with how we kicked it off on the show. And what did we kick it off with?
We kicked it off with some women's tag team action. Blackheart, former tag team champions, going against Toxic Attraction. The champions obviously walking into this first matchup at Clash at the Castle. Toxic Attraction got it done once again, beating Blackheart and putting Blackheart to the back of the line of SmackDown. Toxic Attraction walking down to the ring with Mandy Rose, the leader, and they walked away with this match with the victory and with those women's tag team championships. Monday Night Raw, Toxic Attraction is looking for a new contender. Could it be Damage Control? Can it be a new up-and-coming tag team on Monday Night Raw that hasn't really seen development yet, or a formation, or even ring time? But Toxic Attraction, they're looking to go against a Monday Night Raw team over the next few weeks. Who will that be? Obviously, got to wait and see. But good performance from Toxic Attraction. They look like the real deal right now. The only person missing gold from that faction is Mandy Rose, and maybe she can climb the ladder quicker than you expect.
Jess, we're already seeing, and it happened all over this pay-per-view, we're seeing the factions come into play, we're seeing the managers come into play, and we're seeing just how much the teamwork can get you and how far it can get you. Gigi Dolan and JC Jane just look like better teammates. Lita and Shotzi, for what they were in the beginning, as far as how hot they started, they seem to cool down a little bit, and Lita for sure seems to maybe have lost a step as of late, because she's getting ragdolled a little bit. We saw her take a large amount of damage during the match, and Gigi and JC Jane were able to take advantage of that.
And another pinfall loss as well.
Yeah, so Lita and Shotzi, like you said, probably to the back of the line for now. We got a long season ahead of us, so I won't doubt if we see them in the near future. But I'm going to have to figure out who on Raw can be next. We mentioned Damage Control. Yes, Dakota Kai and Io. They already had a shot against Lita. Shotzi, not against Toxic Attraction. Maybe just for the sake of something new. That would be cool. I also might be interested in maybe switching up the duo within Damage Control. Maybe we see cool. Bailey in the tag team scene.
Yeah, with Dakota or something.
Or Io. So, I don't know. I'm going to play around a little bit. I got some weeks to build it. I don't think it'll be happening at Cyber Sunday or anything like that, but definitely in the near future. Probably even defended on a Raw or SmackDown.
Okay.
But we'll see when we get there, Jesse. But we started the show off with tag team action. We ended it with tag team action. We'll talk about that match. That was amazing at the end. But let's talk about the second match of the day.
Yeah, the second match of the evening, we had a free agent sighting in Rey Mysterio. A lot of people probably think we're crazy that Rey Mysterio didn't get drafted. But Rey Mysterio is still a free agent. He did have an opportunity here tonight. He had a great performance against a debuting Brownbreaker who looked great. He broke Rey Mysterio in half. Brownbreaker had a great performance. The Frog Splash was not hit. The 619 was not hit. But Brownbreaker, got the job done. Made his father, Rick Steiner, and Scott Steiner proud. It runs in the family, man. Brownbreaker is the future of the WWE. He's the future of Friday Night SmackDown. He's 1-0, and that's a great start for Brownbreaker. I have a lot of plans for him. Big plans for Brownbreaker. And sad to see Rey Mysterio lose, legend. But that's a great win for Brownbreaker to start his career on SmackDown.
If today was the premonition of the debut of Brownbreaker and what we're going to see in the future, listen, that is a scary sight. He took on a Hall of Famer. He took on a legend. Yes, obviously there's a size discrepancy. It's always a size discrepancy when facing Rey Mysterio for most opponents. But Brownbreaker handled, defeated, and ultimately crushed the Hall of Famer in Rey Mysterio. He went for one 5-star Frog Splash. He missed. And Braun hit 3 of his finishers on me. One of them was a rope break. The other one was resiliency. The other one, God himself couldn't save me. So, tough break for Rey Mysterio, but not a tough break for Breaker, man. He looks like he's going to be a threat moving forward in your singles division if that's the division he chooses.
Oh, for sure. We'll probably see Brownbreaker on the next SmackDown because I just want to keep giving him opponents, and I want to see him keep winning, to be honest. And we'll be seeing Brownbreaker again very, very soon.
My big question is, what's next inside your women's division, Jesse? We had your women's championship on the line. Raquel Rodriguez, Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss was your women's championship going into the night. And this was the shortest match of the day. Probably the worst match of the day. Squash match of the day.
For sure. Not even
What did you take from this match?
Raquel Rodriguez just has the upper hand on Alexa Bliss. She had the upper hand on her twice last season and beat her again for the third time in, obviously, 2K23 Universe Mode. Raquel Rodriguez is a threat. Obviously, a character needs to be developed. It's just a matter of what I can do with that character. Obviously, her presence is there. She's, very strong, built, tall, young as well. And her beating Alexa Bliss once again with that new looking Smackdown Women's Championship looks good on Raquel Rodriguez. It has been on the shoulder and waist around Raquel Rodriguez last season. But this puts Alexa Bliss really to the back of the line. There is no rematch clause because she won that at WrestleMania. And we've seen the matchup a lot last season, and I don't want to keep redoing matchups this season. But there's a lot of contenders over on SmackDown. I mentioned Mandy Rose, Zelina Vega, upset with her loss to Mandy Rose via roll-up distraction of Toxic Attraction. Maybe we see a rematch there for maybe a number one contender. It's possible. Obviously, Christian said he would love to see Zelina versus Rodriguez for the Battle of Puerto Rico. I'm entertaining that idea, but we have killers.
Let me tell you, I definitely, and I know the pay-per-view probably was created by somebody, a Backlash has to be done this year. If I can get that arena, which I'm sure somebody's probably made it.
Oh, for sure.
It gotta happen.
Yeah.
It gotta happen.
Yeah.
And honestly, it feels right probably for you to have it just because you have all the Hispanic heritage people, which is a damn shame because I should have rocked for my people a little harder, but whatever. We'll discuss that on a later day. Raquel Rodriguez is your new women's champion. She looked dominant. She looked great.
Yeah, gotta build up to see who's next for her because I have Charlotte, Chyna, EST, Zelina Vega, Mandy Rose. I have Lita.
Chyna.
Yeah, Shotzi Blackheart. I have a lot of talent on that SmackDown Women's division. I have ideas for Raquel Rodriguez being my champion.
Bianca. Yeah, some interesting matchups, as you previously stated, Jesse. I'm honestly glad we got the title off of Bliss more than anything else.
Yeah. Lily's upset, but it's okay.
Jesse, speaking of upset,
I wasn't upset.
Would you consider this an upset? Like, as far as, like, underdog? Like, was John Cena was the number one contender, former United States champion this season, former WWE champion this season. He lost the title to Karrion Kross on episode of SmackDown.
Yes.
And unfortunately, he wasn't successful today. No. This was...
Honestly, this could have been John Cena's match.
Was this match of the night?
No. I liked that a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
This was pretty close to being up there. This was a really, really good match. It was intense, fun contest. The biggest difference maker in this match was Scarlett.
Oh, for sure.
Anytime I got a lick of momentum, which is already hard going up against Karrion Kross.
And Karrion Kross got hit with 2 AAs, but Scarlett, once again got involved. I don't even think Karrion Kross used his resiliency.
You didn't, because I couldn't get a chance to pin you. Because Scarlett, anytime I got any type of powerful move off, any type of move with substance, Scarlett was up on the ring post. Scarlett was causing distractions. Scarlett was shouting at the referee. I counted, I think, 4 separate occasions where Scarlett messed me up, and literally that ended up being my defeat. She caught me, and then Karrion Kross caught me in the cross jacket, and ultimately that was John Cena's demise, and you dropped a banger of a possible announcement.
It's not possible. It is very possible. John Cena is on the trade block. Walked into this season with both spinners. Randy Orton has one, and then Karrion Kross doesn't have the spinner. He has the old United States Championship. So John Cena, without titles, I'm really not interested in, building up another story because we saw the story of him being below 500, putting over talent, going against people he's never won against, being below 500, becoming Intercontinental Champion, winning the Royal Rumble, headlining WrestleMania, becoming World Champion again. And now that he has both titles off his waist, I'm really not interested in John Cena anymore. It's sad because he is my favorite wrestler of all time ever since I'm a child. Still is. He's the greatest of all time in my opinion. But Karrion Kross just became a star. Just beat John Cena twice in a month.
Absolutely.
Karrion Kross, if he has John Cena on his resume to start his United States Championship title reign, I could only imagine what's next because I have a lot of killers. I got Brownbreaker, I got Roman Reigns, I got Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Umaga, just to name a few. This guy can have a lot of fun in that mid-card championship scene. Karrion Kross is a young star, and I wanted him to be a champion last year, and it didn't work. And he has that opportunity now, so maybe I could continue the story from last season.
You want to know the scary part of this? Not only will you have to defeat Karrion Kross once, he defended. Mm-hmm. So in order to conquer Karrion Kross, you're going to have to figure out a way to defeat him 2 times.
Yep, which is going to be very difficult. Yeah.
It's going to be a very difficult task with Scarlett in his corner, with the cross jacket in his moveset. Karrion Kross has become already one of the most deadly people on SmackDown Live. Mm-hmm. Interested to see how his season is going to go from here. Interested to see who bites the bait next for the United States Championship division. But Jesse, you said match of the night. We'll talk about everything when it's all over. What did you think of this main event? What happened in the main event?
The main event delivered. I'm glad the main event was obviously DIY versus Legado del Fantasma. The main event delivered. The new Smackdown Tag Team Championships were won by Legado del Fantasma. I actually broke the news that Santos Escobar was getting the opportunity for himself. He's going to be going against Randy Orton, possibly in the main event of Cyber Sunday. Santos Escobar versus Randy Orton for the WWE title. And Legado del Fantasma, they look like the biggest stars of the night. Winning in the main event, beating DIY, a pillar in my tag team division this season. No matter what, DIY will still be a tag team. They will be getting the rematch at Cyber Sunday. That match was so fun. Everything was just great. The moments, the false finishes, the roll up at the end, Gargano not being there to break up the pinfall, setting up the rematch at Cyber Sunday is going to be one of the best matches on the card on paper. Hopefully it delivers the second time because I really, really liked this match. It was my match of the night personally. And Legado del Fantasma getting their moment, getting those tag team championships around their waist, and then defending it on the same night that Santos could become world champion. I think that's very special. Yeah, man, it was great. The factions looked great tonight. Toxic Attraction defended those championships. Obviously, we saw Karrion Kross defend. Legado del Fantasma getting those championships. Brownbreaker, great performance, and then we saw what's that third matchup? Raquel Rodriguez, a dominant performance from her as well. But like you said earlier in the video, Christian, managers and factions have been a big part of my show.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't interrupt the main event. The
main
event ended beautifully. I mean, that one sequence when it was, I don't even know who was having the advantage on the roll-up. Obviously, it ended up being Legado del Fantasma. But the one sequence of roll-ups where we were just going back and forth like a balancing beam.
That was cool.
And then for it all to end in a roll-up, same way Zelina lost, but also the same way that Legado won their shot to begin with. We already announced a rematch. We already announced Cyber Sunday. We're gonna see, and honestly, I don't want it to end in a roll-up that time. I want it to end concrete. I want it to feel legit, whoever wins that match. And listen, the tag team scene this year has been a blast. SmackDown particularly has been probably your best scene, your biggest part of your brand. You've been whooping my ass on that behalf. I'm working on my tag team scene, and it's gonna continue to be a work in progress. For Raw personally, I always go uphill. I maybe start slow, but I promise you it's going to end at a high, which is why Raw won Brand of the Year last year, if I must throw that in your face. But Jesse, when it comes to the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Tournament, we got to have that this season.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to see who gets bragging rights between our tag team division scene. Once I build a few more teams, I got a team coming, not the next episode of Raw, but the episode after, that you guys, I think, will be excited to see. But regardless, man, it was a hell of a show. How did you feel about it as your first pay-per-view was officially in the books?
I'll give it an 8-4.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was really good. It felt like and that's kind of what these shows are supposed to feel like. It felt like a Super Smackdown. 4 championships on the line is nothing to scoff at.
Only 2 new champions crowned, Raquel Rodriguez and Legado. Toxic keeping their titles, Kross keeping his title, and then Brownbreaker. Great debut match. Rey Mysterio is still a free agent. And,
I think I agree. The match of the night was the main event.
For sure.
As I flipped through the card.
If anything, the second match of the night arguably could be Cena and Kross.
I gotta ask the fans. I mean, what do you guys think was match of the night? Was it any of these 5 we just named? I mean, you guys were watching, you guys were engaged, so let us know in the comment section down below what was match of the night. What was performance of the night? What was upset of the night? What was your favorite moment of the night? All things you guys can absolutely let us know, Jesse. We also have a big pay-per-view on Cyber Sunday now, just 2 weeks away, and you guys are going to be the pulse of that. With that being said, please, we mentioned that tag team match that we're gonna have from Smackdown there, the DIY versus Legado del Fantasma, the rematch. Drop some stipulations. I don't think we're gonna. Are we gonna do like every match has its own stipulation that fans vote for?
Yeah,
are we gonna do
for
like
sure.
they can vote like maybe manager's not there? They can vote for like maybe what's the main event? Because I honestly want Xavier Woods and Booker T. You want probably Santos, and I get it. I think the fans should even vote what's the main event.
Yeah, I want there to be stipulations. I want either managers removed, what type of match, the whole 9 yards. Guys, get creative with your comments and suggestions in the community posts, the
Discord,
the comment section, the Discord.
For sure.
We'll do a poll of stipulations for match types. The whole 9 yards for the 7 matches we're gonna have at Cyber Sunday. And yes, 7 matches, 3 for SmackDown, 3 for Raw, and then 1 interbrand match, which will be the internet match, title match, because Santos Escobar vacated that. Yeah, so guys, recommend anything match-wise for Cyber Sunday. We want, obviously, for you guys to vote upon, and that's how they did it back in the day. That's how we've done it back in the day in Universe Mode as well. So let us know in the polls in the community post, Discord, the comment section of YouTube. We want you guys to get involved because we want that to be a fan-based, subscribe-based pay-per-view, and we're going to share the pay-per-view, and it's going to be very special. But yeah, if I had to rate this pay-per-view, it was pretty damn solid. Some new champions, some champions that defended, and yeah, I really enjoyed this pay-per-view. I'm glad it's done. And the first SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view, Clash of the Castle, is now done.
What do you guys rate this pay-per-view? What do you guys think was better? Was it in your house? Was it Clash at the Castle? Let us know down below. Let us know in the community polls. Guys, thank you for watching as always. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. And join the Discord to extend the conversation past the comment section.
Ring the bells, guys. Get our new updated videos, and we'll see you on
The other side of the universe.
Go Warriors.
I got vices, I'm vices. I'm in crisis, I write this. I feel a little lost inside my mind, I can't find it. I see visions, I'm psychic. I try to use it as guidance, but truth be told, I know nothing. I told you different, I'm lying. I don't know shit, I be cool. I don't know shit,